Dixon. Inside roll. Dixon scores.
Playing the shift to O'Bang and crashing.
There's Ray. Scores.
As dirty as they come, Jordan Dursey gets his first of the President's Cup. Picks it up. Goldface scores on the run. Wade will set a pick. Johnson shoots and he scores. Short side. Bushi. Shot scores. It's a 1-goal game. Gets it back. He'll shoot and he scores. Big save. Leading Cliche. Scores. And we're tied. Embrace the unexpected with CoolBet, the official sportsbook of the 2024 President's Cup. Check out the upcoming games for the P Cup at coolbet.com. Dive into the action today with the best odds in lacrosse. Now remember, gambling can be addictive, so at CoolBet we always say,
stay cool, bet responsibly.
And there are your numbers for today's game. Allegany versus Six Nations. Money line, spread, total. Totals at 17 for this game. I think they bumped it up from day one from 16.5 to 17.
Half a goal, huge.
Big. It will be the 1-0 Rivermen taking on the 2-0 Allegany Arrows. Your referees for tonight's game, Mark Smith, Lane Hartung, Nick Dos Santos, and Braden Wilkins will be in the penalty box just in case we need them. Scratches for Six Nations, Mike McLaughlin, Riley Miller, Mason Hill, Wesley Whitlow, Jordan Durston, and Dusty Hill will get the start between the pipes. Drew Hutchison will get the game off as backup. For Allegany, Kean Whitcomb, Kobe Whitcomb, Austin Maybe, Justin Gill, and Xavier Taylor. Go Abrams will back up. Craig Seneca sits, and Chase Martin will get the start. And an update on Justin Gill, who took that big hit from Briar Jonathan last night. He is doing okay. A little bit of a sore back, but they hope to maybe get him back later on in this tournament. So hopefully Justin Gill will return. But Jake, Allegany played the double yesterday and did a great job winning both games 7-6.
Not an easy thing to do, and their two best players in those two games were their two goaltenders, as each of them played 60 minutes apiece, and not a lot of goal production, but 7 good enough when your goaltender only allows 6.
Goa Abrams had a .910 save percentage, and Chase Martin had an .899.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
And we will pause now for the anthems for the Haudenosaunee and Canada. Wonderfully rendition by the young lady here inside the Ladner Leisure Center. And welcome to, what is this, Game 3 of Day 2 at the 2024 President's Cup, brought to you by the fine folks at BC Sports TV live on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in and watching wherever you are. He's Jake Elliott. Find him on Twitter at PXP for Sports. I'm Teddy Jenner at Teddy Jenner. Let us know where you're watching from, who you got, who's winning, maybe even some little nuggets on any of these players that are out here today. As the Six Nations Rivermen will be to our left wearing the whites. Allegany wearing the navy blue with yellow stripe. And this should be a good game. Rivermen won 13-7 in their first game. And as we mentioned, Allegany won both of their games, 7-6. And they sit atop the stable. Mason Kaminga, Jay Thornburg will have the opening faceoff. 60 minutes to play between these two teams.
Blow the whistle. Let's play some Tuaraton.
And first loose ball picked up by Sherman Williams. Runs back through center, takes a chop from Kaminga, and that'll be over and back. Quickly up ahead, early chance, scores! Zane Delpy. Check that, Zane Delpy. I was corrected. And he was fed, and he went in uncontested, and it's a quick 1-0 lead.
Quick, 12 seconds, Teddy. Well, as quick as you can do it.
Delpy had 3 and 3 in the first game.
What a funnel, this Chase Martin. Coming off a 9-10 save percentage game. That's the first one by him. I will take the tongue out of my cheek.
Here's Chase Fraser. Atwood skips it to Lane Smith. Back to Chris Atwood. Rivermen defender without a stick. And nice job by Dustin Hill to find that loose ball. He'll move it up quickly to Marcus Elvin. Melv, as they call him. Danton Miller gives off to Hairwires. 92 is Sam LeClaire. And all the way around the back goes Jordan Goddard. Miller, shot, turned aside.
I don't believe either Goddard or Miller played in game one for the Rivermen.
Correct. Up the floor is Frank Brown. Had a goal in their first game, didn't play in the second. Kluche to Lane Smith. Whitcomb. And quickly outletted here to Kevin Owen Hill.
Another guy. Fresh legs in here for the Rivermen in game two. And there's Bo Hunter.
Bo Hunter plants his feet, shoots, and he scores. He didn't play in game one, and he's quickly on the board, and Six Nations out to a hot start, 2-0.
Papa Kurt Stiers in the crowd, clapping for that one as we get out. Bo Hunter makes it 2-0.
Doesn't have his woody with him. Usually I never see him at a rink without his wood stick.
I'm sure it's close by.
Most likely. Kaminga and Thornberry will head back to the dot. Rivermen got to get one more guy out on the floor. Sam LeClaire will fill that void, and then Thornberry jumps early on Kaminga. And now the Rivermen will look to go up 3-0 quickly. Bo Hunter crashing through. LeClaire. Gives it off to Goddard. Now Danton Miller, shot. And then a nice recovery save there from Chase Martin. Running is Frank Brown. He'll leave it for Chase Fraser. Far side Lane Smith. Nope. Kluche. This is Lane Smith. Kluche's got the yellow kicks. Fraser's got the yellow head. Lane Smith flips it to Fraser. Couldn't handle it clean. And
ouch.
Now Lane Smith mixing it up alongside Marcus Elvin.
DeSantos took that one right off the calf, and he's on the hobble to center here. Long week for the refs here at the President's Cup as well.
Walk it off, kid. Bo Hunter. 73 in white is, who's that? That's Delpy. I should know that by now. Delpy. Shot. Ooh. Martin had to keep the big wood stick down to keep that one from going out. Shots 4-3.
Definitely looking like the fresher team to start this one here on day two.
Becker tried to find Jensen. Good job by Jensen to find that loose ball. Becker will skip it far side. Kluche one-on-one with Kaminga. 10 on the shot clock. Kluche, swim move, gets to the middle, but a good slide check there. Coming hard was Brooker Muir.
Yeah, half a step from getting a real good look there for Kluch, but a stick check at the last second knocked it loose.
Miller. It's Spins off the pick from Hair Wires. Gets underneath Thornbear, flip it up to Wires. LeClaire gets a little step, tiptoes the crease, reverse, diving backwards dunk. And he gets called in the crease, but a creative attempt.
Right thought. Anyway.
Fraser now. One-on-one with Jacob Kranz. And nice job by Kranz to dispossess Fraser of possession. There's an outside shot from Becker, goes wide, rebound to Kluche, right back to Becker. Got a man open in the middle. We'll give it to Fraser. Check that. And he gets dumped to the turf. It was Chris Atwood unceremoniously thrown to the ground.
Yes, who?
Number 42 in white, that would be Rory Smith. Outside shot gets past Dustin Hill. Feed inside, Kluche. Triple team, ball loose. And good smothering defense here by the Rivermen. Up ahead, Caden Brennan. To Bow Hunter. Runs through a couple checks. Gives it off to Miller. Near side in the corner. With speed, Delpe. One more, Danton Miller tucks it, drives underneath. Corkscrew, puts it wide. And Delpe tried to bat it down the floor, and no avail. And what do we got? We're going to get a penalty. A roughing call coming to Danton Miller. So down 2-0, Allegany will get their first opportunity on the power play.
Yeah, maybe this is the spark the Arrows are looking for here. They've been a little slow to get going offensively.
Allegany was 0 for 1 in their second game. Well, their first game they were 0 for 1. Not a lot of opportunity in the power play, but this is a lethal one. Fraser, Atwood, Kluche, Smith, and Amos Whitcomb. Quickly running the other way. Here come the Rivermen. Kevin Owen Hill slips past his guy. Couple fakes and he scores.
Right pick. That was nice. Short-handed. And he kind of bobbled the original feed. Then he knocked it again. Finally settled in the pocket and then goes to work with a few fakes there on Martin. It was down and out. 3-0 out of the jump here for 6-9.
Yeah, unlucky there for Frank Brown, who was chasing back out of the D gate. Just as he went to reach for it, Owen Hill finally found it. And by the time Brown realized it, Kevin Owen Hill was gone. And this time it's Kaminga jumping early, and Rory with a little cheeky cross check to the low back on Fraser. And Rory will sit for his first 2 minutes of the game.
DeSantos not taking any guff from Smith as he rings him up for 2 here. 2-man advantage now for the Arrows, and got to make good here.
Have to. Leos Duros will push it in and play Rover, Kluche, Smith, Fraser, and Atwood. Atwood shot, trying to go far side on Dustin Hill. Kluche gets the rebound. One more lane, Smith tried to slam it far side, and Dustin Hill got a leg on it.
His best stop of the game so far for Dusty.
Kevin Owen Hill.
Whoa.
Pushes it up ahead to Sam LeClaire, who's just trying to run away from the hacks of Sturos. Triple team, and we'll just flip it to space, and it's easily grabbed there by an Arrows defender. 57 seconds remaining on the first minor. Fraser. Kluche, Lane Smith, back to Fraser. Now Kluche, double clutch, shot scores, and this time gets it past Dustin Hill. Power play marker, and Kluche, who went scoreless in the first game, now has 4 in this tournament, 3 games in.
Important goal there for Allegany as it comes on the first of the 2-man advantage, and they'll remain on the power play here as they're on the board now, down 2, and still a chance to cut into this Six Nations 2-goal lead.
Minute 7 remaining on the minor to Rory Smith. Again, game 3, still 2 more to go. Victoria and Snake Island will be next. And then followed up by Ladner and Edmonton at the nightcap. 5 and 8 p.m. are those game times right here on BC Sports TV. Jake and Tino will have the final game. I'll be with Tino for the next one. Atwood. Kluche flips it. Kettle, shot turned aside by Hill. And the loose ball grabbed by Amos Whitcomb. He'll shoot through a screen, tried to suck it back short side. And Dustin Hill makes the save. He'll throw it right into the stick of Caden Brennan.
Should be able to kill off the remaining time and get back to even strength.
Brennan, jog past center. And give it off far side. Couple slashes. Greg Elijah Brown, double teamed in the corner. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Rory Smith is out. Shot clock goes back to 5 aside. 3-1's your score. 12:24 remaining.
Smith gonna D up right on Fraser again.
Now he gets switched off. Pass inside, and I thought I got knocked down, but Amos Whitcomb able to get his hands on it. And he's got his second of the tournament, 2 in quick succession here for the Arrows, and they're right back in it.
Let's just watch Whitcomb, who dishes off and then just keeps running right down the middle of the floor. And nice little find there from Atwood. So he put it right on the money and into the stick, and Whitcomb didn't need to stomp up his momentum to catch that one.
And I thought Marcus Elvin got a piece of it to just slow that pass down, but a great threaded needle from Atwood. Fraser. Gives it to Becker. Kettle. Shot off the leg, left leg of Hill. Loose ball for Kluche in the corner. Fresh 30. He'll flip it to Fraser. He tries to jam it short side. Hit the side netting. And smart play not to touch it. Leaves it for Becker. Kluche gets a couple picks, and that a little too aggressive from Becker. And running is Brooker Muir. Takes a chop from Geddes.
52, good number.
This is a pretty decent number. It's a rare number at that. Bowhunter drives underneath, gets a lane. And he does score. A little far side, short side from Bobo. He's got a pair.
Bobo.
And it's 4-2.
Boo-boo. That was nice. The first one coming from the outside from Bowhunter on the sidearm shot. That one, the individual drive underneath. No help there. And then lays out, comes back to the short side. Back to a 2-goal lead.
And that's a good goal. And everyone knows Bowhunter has a very accurate and heavy outside shot, but seeing him have the athletic ability and the speed to get around underneath guys is a real positive sign for the Halifax Thunderbird.
Yeah, I think the new father looking a half step quicker than what I saw the last time I saw him, and of course spent last summer out here in Senior A with the Burnaby Lakers, but coming off another season with the Halifax Thunderbirds.
Whitcomb couldn't handle the flip pass, loose ball. Rivermen pick it up, running. And he get onto this one, he can. And then a nice save there from Chase Martin, denying Jacob Kranz the Defensive Player of the Year in Ontario.
I heard that somewhere.
Up the floor come the Arrows. Kettle. Give it off to Atwood. Finds Kluche on the far side. Back to Atwood. Fraser sets a pick inside. Atwood shot handled there by Dustin Hill. He moves it ahead. Brennan. And then his pass to Brookie Muir just out of his reach. Free possession back for the Arrows.
There comes another penalty to Six Nations as well. Chase Fraser going down away from the ball.
And they're obviously focusing on Fraser. That's the second time a defender's gotten him low in the hip. Lane Smith. He'll take it. I'm not sure why they blew the whistle there.
Yeah, they shouldn't have, but I think we've been caught in the crosshairs a little bit here, Teddy, this week. Some referees getting stuck with the Lacrosse Canada rule book, others with the modified NLL rules. We've seen the cylinder rule called, we've seen it not called. And that was one where play should have continued until clear possession from the defending team. And it didn't happen. Whistle went.
Well, Marcus Elvin will head to the box for 2 or less. And the third power play opportunity here for Allegany.
By the way, I should get this in. Last game, I could have swore that there was 2 goals off a major penalty. Apparently, I had my facts wrong. They had the goaltender pulled. It was actually an even strength goal. I had multiple people alert me of that. As I got to appreciate the viewers paying attention and appreciate you setting me straight. But it didn't end up costing the Muskies as they go on to win that game by 2 over Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria had the lead in that game. The Muskies battled back, and then Victoria tried to get themselves back in it, but just ended up a little short. And I said Victoria's playing Snake Island after this one. I was mistaken. It's Victoria and Standing Buffalo.
I didn't want to drive the bus over you, Jenner.
But it's crazy to think that on a 5-game day like this, Victoria only gets 1 game off between their second game.
Yeah,
usually you play the first one and then the last one.
Yeah, it's because there's 2 teams playing 2 games.
I think there's 3.
Yeah,
actually.
there actually has to be if that's the case. Yeah. So
Standing Buffalo, Victoria, and Edmonton all playing twice today. So
somebody gets the short end of the stick in that deal.
always Victoria when you come to the mainland.
Rightly so.
Chase Martin will make his way, Dustin Hill will make his way back in between the pipes. So will Chase Martin, technically. So it's Whitcomb, Atwood, Smith, Kluche, and Fraser here for the power play of the Arrows. Atwood to Fraser, now Kluche. They play 1-2. Double seal coming. Fraser, shot, just missed the short side top corner. That'll go all the way back into the Arrows zone. And Brooker Muir quickly on it. Wants a quick whistle. Gets it. But he won't force the shot and look to kill some more time. Ball to the far side. Now to Hairwires. Shot from Hairwires all the way on the wrong side of his floor, handled there by Chase Martin. Quickly up to Frank Brown, minute 20 remaining on the minor. And this time it'll be Chris Atwood who'll set things up. A couple quick passes to Kluche back and forth. Whitcomb slides through, backhand feed, Fraser. And he was able to get Hill leaning, puts it short side, another power play goal.
Chase Fraser loves short side goals. And Six Nations better stay out of the penalty box against this Allegany team. They just got Kluche, Fraser, those guys got instant chemistry coming off, another championship with the Buffalo Bandits here. And they just got to stay out of the box, and I think they'll be fine in this game. But if you continue to give the Arrows chances like that, guys like Fraser and Kluche are going to make you pay all game long.
Yep. Add in Whitcomb and Atwood. There is Whitcomb quickly up ahead. Kettle out of the box and had a clear-cut breakaway but missed the pass.
I got to catch that one. It was on the money.
Amos Whitcomb. Outside shot there from Josh Becker off the end boards and into the netting. Quickly up ahead. Breakaway for Brennan. And he threw a little backhander, didn't miss by much.
Should mention it was Hutchison that played in game 1 in that 6-goal victory for Six Nations yesterday.
Fraser inside, Lane Smith shoots and he scores against his former team, against his dad's team. And we're tied at 4.
How about that? Big fella doing some work.
Great feed inside, just bodied his man to get to the middle and then picked the far left corner, or his left, our right.
Stay tuned, Teddy. Stay tuned.
When's it day 7?
Now, 5 days, I guess.
All right. Zone in. Thornberry and Kuminga battling.
Don't worry, you get yourself a 3-hour break after this. Oh, no, I do. That's right.
Thornberry. Fraser. Back to Thornberry. Missed it. Now Becker. And a little hot potato. Kuminga leaves it there for Smith. And he'll bounce it ahead. Caden Brennan. Rory Smith took a chop when he picked up that loose ball, and he definitely did not like that one. Delpy skips it far side. Bowhunter. Delpy around the Bowhunter screen, turns the corner, gets a shot off the shoulder, penalty coming.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a slashing call against the Arrows. It is. Power play opportunity here for Six Nations.
I can hear that one up in the booth with the headphones on and a neck fan blowing as well.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm nice and cool up here.
First of the game here for the Rivermen men up unit.
Sam LeClaire will set it up. Hair wires. Danton Miller. Who's on the far side, Jumbo?
Well, I got LeClaire down there now.
Yeah. 16 is
That's Ross Hill.
Ross Hill. There we go. And LeClaire couldn't handle it. Running onto it. Leo Sturos. He's got Frank Brown sprinting ahead. Sturos will hold on to it, flip it to Kettle, and go for a change. Here's Amos Whitcomb in the pink shoes. Kluche, 10 on the shot clock. Watched by Brooker Muir. Shot goes well wide, and that'll bound all the way down to the Arrow zone with 1:13 left on the penalty. Darius Anderson.
One of the higher scoring first periods we've seen through 2 days of action.
Hairwires will set it up. Delpy, Bowhunter, try to go 5-hole, and Chase Martin makes the save. Remember how I said there was a player wearing number 0, Tino? Darius Anderson.
There's also a couple of goalies wearing 0. Del Bianco for Ladner, 00 for
Dubinsky. Yeah, that's more of a goalie number.
Yeah. Maybe not just 0, but 00 for sure.
Well, he wore 97 last year
that's true.
with the Pios, but Hayden Dixon came back, the hometown boy, and Delbs gave it up.
Normally 35, but that reserved for the Rafters for the Ladner legend Robbie Cook.
Little hidden ball trick with Sam LeClaire. Under 30 on the minor. Hairwire shot deflected up and out of play by Frank Brown.
Probably should give a shout out to the other jersey hanging up. An old man, Timmy Winter, hangs beside Robbie Cook.
Outside shot from Miller. Goes wide, loose ball, Hairwires. He'll flip it to LeClaire. And now one more. Bowhunter tried to shoot one far side, blocked by Thornberry. Sturos to Thornberry. Anderson out of the box. We're back to 5 aside. 5.5 to go here in the first. Atwood to Whitcomb. And again, just maybe taking his eyes off it a little too early.
Yeah, case of the dropsies.
Caden Brennan running down the middle. Couldn't find LeClaire.
That's one he should handle.
Got a man way up the floor. Whitcomb. And it's picked off nicely there by Mason Kuminga.
Helter skelter here. Slow it down.
Zane Delpy. (16) is Ross Hill. Outside shot from LeClaire goes well wide.
Allegany out shooting Six Nations here. Doesn't feel like that, but stats don't lie.
Six Nations has missed the net quite a bit. They're getting the shots off, just not on target. And a little unforced error there by the Arrows. Comes Jordan Goddard. Danton Miller. Hairwires, thinks it, takes it. Nice kick save there from Chase Martin into the netting. Fresh 30 for the Rivermen. Bowhunter. Spins off his man. Don't call the moving pick on Miller. Tucks it. One more off the post. and he gets his own rebound and then flips it up top to Greg Elijah Brown. LeClaire working a two-man game. Check that. That was Elijah Brown. Loose ball picked up by Goddard, and he'll throw it to center. Elijah Brown will find it. Now to Ross Hill. Big pick there in front. To no avail. Sam LeClaire couldn't connect.
Elijah Brown, maybe the best Rivermen in game one, along with Hutchinson.
Brown had 2 goals, 5 assists in that one. Backdoor look, Whitcomb put it on target. 3:20 to go here. LeClaire to Delpy. Goddard. LeClaire. Shot near side. Turned aside by Martin. Ball loose in the corner. Picked up by the Arrows. They're going to run up ahead. Keene. Got Kluche coming. Keene. Split dodge. No look behind the back shot. Kicked aside nicely there by Dustin Hill. Kluche thought about it. Triple team. Runs away from trouble, and one-hand flip to Fraser. And then Janice tried to throw a pass to a cutting Fraser, knocked down nicely by Brooker Muir, but Janice able to battle it back. Atwood. Fraser gets dumped to the turf, and Atwood's shot goes well wide.
They are beating on Chase Fraser in this first period.
Well, they figured he had a day off, so he's got to get caught up.
I mean, again, we mentioned it yesterday, but all the little chops and hacks and cross checks add up over 7 days.
Inside feed, and a nice look there to Goddard, but couldn't handle it. Was tightly checked by Frank Brown. Up ahead, Amos Whitcomb. Gives it to Josh Becker, who's being hounded. Now Atwood. Swings it far side, Chris Kluche. Watched by Tyson Bomberry. Shot from Kluche off the left shoulder of Dustin Hill. And he's looked solid between the pipes here tonight. Flip pass to Zane Delpy. Late man on. Elijah Brown gives it off to LeClaire. Great feed into Hill, but just too far in front of him. And now Chase Martin got to find somewhere to pass to. They got to get over center here. Got Thornberry up ahead, and then they dropped. It was Jimerson. And Six Nations screaming for a delay of game call. They're not going to get it.
Yeah, that was unintentional.
Airwires near side, Delpy.
Got the rare right-handed Woody, by the way.
Oh, that is very rare.
I got one. Mikey Thompson. 2014 President's Cup in Coquitlam.
Hairwires. Inside flip, Bo Hunter. Double team, got a shot off, but missed the target. Running onto it to Stormbear, and Delpy's going to get called for a hold here. And Stormbear is able to find it. Chase Martin to the bench. Late shot. And they just want to be able to hold here for last possession. Smart play there for Fraser.
Going back to that 2014 President's Cup, Onondaga, crown champions in that one. Had a few guys on that team.
Was that the Thompson team?
Yes, it was. Along with my guy, Brett Bucktooth.
Yep. Hi-O.
I think even Thrilla might have been on that team.
I know he was in Nanaimo.
Yeah, he won. I think he was on that Onondaga team for some reason as well. But what a undefeated through the tournament. All the Thompsons in tow.
They want Chase Martin back in the net. He already went down the tunnel. He's got half his gear off.
You might not want to do that.
Fraser, shot, missed the target. And it's going to bound all the way down to Martin with 4.9 left. So good thing he's back.
Doesn't have his helmet done up, by the way.
Brooker Muir shot on target, handled by Martin. That's the way the first period's going to end. A back and forth affair. Shots 2017 in favor of Allegany. Score tied at 4. And when we come back for the second, the Arrows will be on the power play for 1:37. Jake Elliott, Teddy Jenner, BC Sports TV. Come back to the President's Cup.
Embrace the unexpected. Cool Bet.
Ray,
What a look.
Davidson, inside roll, Dixon, Scarce.
Playing the shift to O'Bang and crash in the front.
There's Ray, Scarce.
As dirty as they come, Jordan Durfee gets his first of the President's Cup. Picks it up. Goldface scores on the run. Wade'll set a pick. Johnson shoots and he scores. Short side. Bushi. Shot scores. It's a 1-goal game. Gets it back. He'll shoot and he scores. Big save. Cliche. Scores. And we're tied.
We've had great fans. It's really motivating for our guys. We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run without the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
What does it mean to be Canadian? It's toughness. It's grit. You know who bears the red and white. You know the history. You know the storylines, and you know its weight. I've been there. I know what it takes. It's preparation for domination. It's the brotherhood so you could. It's long nights and longer days. That separates the good from the greats. This is Canada.
That's fresh.
Ray,
What a look.
Davidson, inside roll, Dixon, Scarce.
Playing the shift to O'Bang and crash in the front.
There's Ray, Scarce.
As dirty as they come, Jordan Durfee gets his first of the President's Cup. Picks it up. Goldface scores on the run. Wade'll set a pick. Johnson shoots and he scores. Short side. Bushi. Shot scores. It's a 1-goal game. Gets it back. He'll shoot and he scores. Big save. Cliche. Scores. And we're tied.
Embrace the unexpected. Cool Bet.
Ray,
What a look.
Davidson, inside roll, Dixon, scores.
Playing the shift to O'Bang and crashing.
There's Ray, scores.
As dirty as they come, Jordan Jersey gets his first of the President's Cup. Picks it up. Goldface scores on the run. Wade'll set a pick. Johnson shoots and he scores. Short side. Bushi. Shot scores. It's a 1-goal game. Gets it back. He'll shoot and he scores. Big save. Cliche. Scores. And we're tied.
We've had great fans. It's been really motivating for our guys.
We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. And we make that run with all the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
What does it mean to be Canadian? It's toughness. It's grit. You know who bears the red and white. You know the history. You know the storylines, and you know its weight. I've been there. I know what it takes. It's preparation for domination. It's the brotherhood so you could. It's long nights and longer days. That separates the good from the greats. This is Canada.
That's fresh.
Ray,
What a look.
Davidson, inside roll, Dixon, scores.
Playing the shift to O'Bang and crashing.
There's Ray, scores.
As dirty as they come, Jordan Jersey gets his first. Extreme Threads is the official uniform supplier for the WLA and teams around the world. Your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel, embroidery, screen printing, sublimated uniforms, and more. Hit them up, extremethreads.ca. Second period almost getting underway here as teams make their way back out onto the floor. Arrows will be going left to right on your broadcast monitor, Rivermen right to left. And Zane Delpy makes his way back to the penalty box for another minute 37 or less. As we are tied 4-4. It was an excellent first period, Jake.
Was well balanced, back and forth action, some good saves, nice goals. It's what you're looking for.
Talk about how warm it is in this arena. If you go out those doors down there where they're selling some apparel and stuff, it is so cool down there.
Duly noted.
Oh. And then you come back up here and it just start leaking again.
Yeah. Temperature's running pretty hot right now, Teddy.
So at the dot, it looks like it'll be Thornbear taking this one against Oakley Thomas. Haven't called his name yet today.
Can't say that anymore.
Down, set, go.
Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse.
Thornbear wins it cleanly back to Jimerson. And here comes the Arrows power play. 2 for 3 so far here tonight.
Should probably get in a Scanu.
Yep.
To the Ohio.
You practiced that last night, didn't you?
People of Seneca. Always working on it.
Kluche off the rebound, takes a shot. It hit Whitcomb, never made it through. Wants it back, gets it back, scores! And then takes an extra chop for good measure. But Kluche's got a deuce. And Allegany their first lead.
Yeah, he's lethal from the outside. Kluche just pure shooter.
Certainly is. And, you know, he was originally drafted by Philadelphia. Didn't work out there, and since he's been in Buffalo, he's just skyrocketed.
Well, I think the workout word is probably the one to focus on, as he kind of started to take his craft a little more seriously once he arrived in Buffalo and started to hang around the likes of Dean Smith and Chase Fraser and Josh Byrne. Took his fitness a lot more seriously, and it's translated into his game overall.
Becker, Fraser, shot, saved there by Dustin Hill. And Hill quickly out, let it. Caden Brennan.
Maybe I should start hanging around those guys today.
Heavy outside shot, goes well wide out of the stick of Danton Miller. I think we all could probably use hanging around with those guys.
I don't know if we could keep up, but could try.
Do or do not. Whitcomb. Hot pass to Atwood. Good handle. 10 on the shot clock. Atwood to Whitcomb. And the shot by Lane Smith caught Dustin Hill by surprise. That one went about 63 feet into the air, not 65 to hit the roof.
Sneaky.
Here come the Rivermen with their first real possession of this period. Bo Hunter turns the corner. Nice handle. Oh, great save from Chase Martin.
Yeah, best of the game right there for Chase.
And I think you're right. Bo Hunter does look a little slimmer and a little quicker here.
Yeah, he's just able to kind of turn that corner. Now he wasn't really able to do that. And, you know, I think probably about, 10, 12 pounds have come off his frame, and he can tell.
Yeah. Just looks different. Here he is again. Hairwire sets the seal. Good pick. Plants his feet. Shot. Try to go twister 5-0. Rebound. LeClaire tried the wrist shot. Loose ball picked up by Frank Brown. He'll run past his man. Slow 2-on-1. Brown to the middle. Twister, and he just put it wide. Loose ball. It'll fall to Kaminga. Now running are the Rivermen. 3-on-2. 4-on-2.
Space it.
Kaminga gets a pick from Muir, and he rang it off the crossbar.
Oh, good decision there from Kaminga. And everything but the finish. A little red iron helping out Martin there.
And good job by Marcus Elvin to find that loose ball to keep possession here. Delpy to Bo Hunter. Shot, saved Martin, and that one stung.
Ooh. Stepped into it.
And they had a man way down the floor in Atwood, but they won't force it. Kettle will jog it up the floor. Gets a pick from Kluche. Kettle, shot.
Did he ever?
And then Kettle knocked to the ground by Jacob Kranz, and he doesn't like the call, especially after he got that huge pick and blown up by Kluche.
Got a little burr in his saddle now.
Kettle, Atwood far side. Rory Smith working over Becker in the middle. Atwood shot goes far and wide. Loose ball, grabbed there by Kluche. 15 on the shot clock for the Arrows. Kettle got away with another high check. And then a chop to Kluche. And somehow Atwood scores in all of it.
Stuck with it. They're about to get a power play, but they don't need it now as Atwood is first of the game. Ties it up 5-5.
16:30 to go here. This has been a back and forth battle between these two teams. Allegany from the Can-Am League. Six Nations, the Ontario champs.
Yeah, I mean, we've only seen the Pioneers play once here so far, Teddy, but just kind of looking at all the teams here, aside from the Pioneers, who will have to wait till tonight to see for a second time, but
oh, big pick there.
I mean, good luck trying to pick the semifinal matchups at this point.
Edmonton got off to an 0-1 start. So did Snake Island, who beat Victoria before this game. Edmonton played in that first game, got their first win, so they're 1-1. Snake Island's 1-1. So as this tournament goes on, every game is going to become that much more important because there's no crossovers, there's no play-ins or anything. Is a great shot by Caden Brennan. I think the scorekeepers are having a tough time up there.
I think they just put the wrong score up on the board. Yeah.
No, that's what I thought when you said 5-5, so I went through my numbers and I got 6-5.
So now 6-6?
No, now 6-5. They put, when it was 5-5, it should have been 6-4. And they just put that last goal up to make it 6-5.
I don't want to bury myself twice, so I'll just take your word for it.
But again, no crossover. So at the end of the round robin play on Thursday night, top 4 teams advance. 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3, and then we get a bronze game and a gold game. Fraser finds a loose ball. Looks like he's moved on from the yellow stick, unless the white one's his face-off stick, which I do believe it is, and he will go and change twigs and get a break. Becker flips up top. Kettle, twister, took a deflection. Didn't make it on target. Got to be careful to back over here. Kettle will find Atwood. Skips it to Becker off the tip of his stick and into the corner. And that'll be a shot clock violation on the Arrows. Rivermen possession. Elvin will give it off to LeClaire. Working with Greg Elijah Brown. LeClaire thought about it, skips it into the corner. Bowhunter gets a pick from Hairwires. Tried to give it off to Goddard, bobbled it, got it back. 15 on the shot clock. LeClaire tucks underneath, skips it, and Goddard couldn't find it, but Bowhunter can. Can he find space to get a shot off? He does, and off the right glove of Chase Martin, but no Riverman there to pick up the loose ball.
Kind of feel like it's time for Zach Hairwires to enter this contest here. I haven't called out his name very often. They're going to need 76 to produce for the Rivermen.
They actually had 276 on the roster, and the stats people gave it to Elon Henhock, who's their third goaltender. And I said, he definitely didn't score. Kluche took a high stick there from Rory Smith and a couple of chops, and the shot clock will end. And now Lane Smith getting a couple chops from Oakley Thomas.
What do you do? If the official's not going to call it, like, I don't know what kind of response you can have, really.
You can chop Rory back if you want.
Ill-advised.
I will never, ever make that human being mad. Danton Miller gets a pick from Delpy. Turns the corner, tucks it, twister. Right leg saved there by Martin. Loose ball picked up the Arrows. They're going to run. Thornberry. He'll throw the brakes on and give it off to Kettle. Nathan Kettle in all alone, and he just put it wide. Rebound will go right to Chris Atwood. Late in the shot clock here. Becker couldn't handle the pass, and he's had a bit of a struggle this period. Becker, shot, put it wide. And Fraser grabs it late, and that shot not on target as well.
You need a thesaurus for the word wide. 4 times on that shift.
I'll do my best. LeClaire. Bowhunter.
It's more
spins.
It's more of a dig.
Shot off the pipe. And then off Miller, or Martin had stayed out, and then a great rebound. Jordan Goddard found the loose ball, and from a tough angle, put it past Chase Martin.
Now it's 6-6.
True story.
All right.
13:06 to go here in the second. Game 3, day 2. Victoria standing Buffalo on deck at 5. Ladner Edmonton at 8.
A little rematch of the 2023 President's Cup final.
Here's Geddes. We'll find Whitcomb thought about it. Takes a chop from Smith and quickly moved the ball. Kettle on an island. Gives it to Atwood. Shot, save there nicely by Dustin Hill. And then Kaminga unceremoniously drops Whitcomb to the floor. Caden Brennan. Shot, trying to go 5-hole on Martin. And he had to be careful with that one.
About as even as you're going to get here. 6-6, 28-27 in shots. Good one going.
Anderson. Lane Smith takes a chop from Oakley Thomas, and the pass goes askew.
Nice.
Kaminga, nice one-hand grab. Check that. It's Brooker Muir. I'm just going to say not close for some of them.
Well, it wasn't.
Danton Miller gives it off to Hairwires. Bo Hunter will set a razor screen. Hairwires can't get around it. And now he comes across and sets a seal pick for Greg Elijah Brown.
No, step back. Book it. Rivermen back in front.
Elijah Brown with his third of the tournament. And it looked like the old razor pick where Hairwires was going to come around, and then he just came right across and set the seal for Elijah Brown.
Explain the razor pick to the lacrosse fans, Teddy.
Goes from the top man, which Hairwires was, pass it to the guy in the far corner, and then the middle forward will basically set a standing seal. And you're just supposed to try to run your guy right off him razor thin, and then cut underneath, and a little flip pass inside. And then a little kind of big hit from Rory Smith, and they'll call him for interference as he ran right through Sherman Williams.
Like, I'm sure Rory's just happy to take an interference call to lay a shot like that.
I think he's just happy to be playing. Kluche with a filthy swim move, but couldn't finish, and Tyson Bomberry came sliding down the mountain.
Chance.
Up ahead, Bo Hunter scores! And Tyson Bomberry on 1 foot, hopping off the floor as best he can.
That's a big man hopping right there.
Some strong calves. And let's hope he's going to be okay. But he's going right to the back door, might be going right down the tunnel. Definitely keep an eye on that one to see if he can come back.
We were a big hopscotch guy back in my day, Ted. I don't know if was hopscotch still around when you come through the elementary system there?
Foursquare, hopscotch.
Yeah.
Tetherball.
Oh, man, did I dominate tetherball.
Yeah, but back then you were still probably 6'4".
Well, that's what I'm saying. A big paws and tall. I just nobody can hang. Lefty, forget it.
Kaminga finds that loose ball. And quickly up ahead, here's Ross Hill. So Bo Hunter has the hat trick and has his team up a pair. Nice job by the Rivermen to battle back. Good pick from Greg Elijah Brown. Bo Hunter, Sam LeClaire, shot over a screen, saved by Chase Martin. Quickly up ahead, Frank Brown, and a nice handle. And the Arrows starting to show some signs of tiredness. Not exactly a fluid transition game here. Not a lot of guys sprinting hard to the bench.
I don't really put them in that category anyways. I think they're kind of a set team. They want to play settled 5-on-5 possessions on both ends of the floor.
Lane Smith with a bounce shot, and Dustin Hill had to be careful with that one. Almost snuck by him. Here's Rod Squire.
Legend.
Is it the Rod Squire?
I think so.
Wow.
How many? Well, I don't know how many Rod Squires there are, but
I know there's a lot of Squires.
34 Rod Squire.
Love it. Hairwires gets knocked to the turf. Diagonal feed. LeClaire, stutter step underneath. And it doesn't go in, and they'll say he ran through the crease. In possession of the Arrows, that's a big save from Chase Martin.
Yeah, Next goal's a biggie time here, Teddy. Halfway through this game, 2-goal Rivermen lead.
Here's Rudy George being worked over by Kevin Owen Hill. Atwood, Janice on Rory Smith. And good job by Janice to get through, and then he threw it away. And that'll be a water break for our goaltenders here from the Ladner Leisure Center. 8-6, Rivermen leading the Arrows.
I'm pounding coffee instead.
They're not sponsoring, but if you are a coffee store and want to sponsor us, we got an idea for you. We're seeking advertising partners to keep our lacrosse free for everyone. We have a number of advertising opportunities available. Together we can create a tailor-made package for you. Shoot us an email, info@BC Sports TV. Contact us today. Don't make me send Jake after you.
I wouldn't do that.
9:45 remaining here in the second. Shots 32-29 in favor of the Rivermen, who were down 6-4 and have now scored 4 straight.
You know, I mean, I came into this game not expecting a whole lot of separation between either of these teams, and we're getting exactly what I expected here. It's just a good duel.
It is. Both goaltenders playing quite well, but we're working our way towards the over quite nicely.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, both teams right around 30 shots. 8-6, that's a nice score for the midway mark of a game. Like, you're right on pace, right? I think both teams can feel satisfied where they're at in this game right now, but the back half of this second period might just tell the tale here for one or the other.
Zane Delpy. Greg Elijah Brown, heavy shot from Bowhunter, followed through right into the back of Frank Brown. But on target, Chase Martin made the save.
Remember when follow through used to be a call?
Yeah, I do.
When's the last time you saw that? Probably right around the same time you saw a face masking call.
Sounds about right. Kluche, Janice, shot turned aside by the left hand of Dustin Hill. Loose ball picked up by Goddard. Up ahead, Caden Brennan. And he doesn't have numbers, so he will get in the offensive zone and slow things down. And go bench side to Bowhunter. He'll leave it there. Delpy flips it off to Danton Miller. Nice. Elijah Brown shot twister miss. Gets his own rebound, and that one was on target. Off the leg pad of Chase Martin up to the rafters, but never touched anything.
I'll tell you, I don't know a whole lot about this Elijah Brown, Teddy, but the more I watch him play, might be time for somebody to give this guy a look.
Rory Smith working over Atwood on the far side. Loose ball in the near side corner. Geddes picks it up, and Rory came from 20 feet away and hit him with a solid shoulder. Always have to be aware of when 42 is on the floor. Hair wires. Russ Hill. Sam Leclerc shot, just missed it wide on the far side. Danton Miller threw it inside, knocked down there by Darius Anderson. He's going to try and run. Gives it off to Rudy George. Has a man off the bench. George shot, right shoulder save there by the goaltender.
Georgia Swarm.
Dustin Hill doing a great job keeping his team ahead in this game. And loose ball thrown to the middle. That was a bit of a dangerous pass, but Roddy Squire will find it. Moves it up ahead. Caden Brennan. Oh, a little diving dip and dunk, and Chase Martin said, no, you're not putting me on a highlight reel.
I think I know what I'm having for lunch now, Teddy. Chicken wings right there off that save from Martin.
I thought you were going to say a dip. Beef dip.
You got
dip and dunk.
You dip the wings.
Yeah, true. Hair wires low and low. Put it off the far boards, and this will bound all the way down into the far zone. Maybe picked up by Sherman Williams. I want to call him the paint man, but I don't know if he would get it.
The painter, maybe.
Yeah.
Paint man.
Just trying to think of what I meant. Kettle shot. Rory Smith was down playing street hockey goalie. Bouncer up ahead, Brooker Muir. Got a man off the bench. We'll feed it to him, and a nice stick by Jimerson.
That was nice.
Runs through a couple checks.
Careful.
And then bobbled it. Got to get it over center, and they will. Good look up ahead to Kluche. Slow numbers here for the Arrows. Becker runs into Smith. And then a shot by Kluche off the right leg, up and out of play, and Dustin Hill didn't know where it was. Amos Whitcomb, and Becker runs through Rory Smith.
Yeah. Becker was looking for a piece there right from the get-go.
And then Rory gets bumped by Kluche on his way. Runs as close as he can to the other team's bench.
Every
to change
time.
boxes.
Every time.
He knows what he's doing.
The old slap shot with the Woody going down the bench.
Leclerc, shot, missed. Rebound, Greg Elijah Brown couldn't put it in.
What a handle off the window.
It's twice he's done that here today. You can never have fast enough hands, kids.
Tell me about it.
Here's Janice in the far corner. Comes around a double seal. We'll skip it near side lane. Smith tucks it, works inside, try to reach far side. And Dustin Hill made it. Easy looking save. Kaminga across center. Comes Geddes to force him into a passing situation. And Ross Hill will throw it to Bo Bowhunter.
Been a while since we've seen a goal now.
Zane Delpy to Bowhunter. Ross Hill thought about it. And that'll be a little aggressive from Greg Elijah Brown. Geddes at center. Watched there by Rod Squire. Sorry, that's Jacob Kranz, 19. You can tell he plays a little field lacrosse big stick the way he's kind of hovering. The stick above his head. Now Becker's trying to free up Kettle from Rory Smith's grasp. Goddard shot, saved Martin. Loose ball picked up by Frank Brown. And nice job to keep control. Up ahead, numbers. Williams, Janice. Great save by Dustin Hill.
Good lacrosse there from Allegany. Better stop for Dustin Hill.
And Janice able to find that loose ball. And Allegany got to get some bodies on the floor here. As we are under 4.5 to play in the second. 8-6 is the score. Fraser, Atwood, Crowhawk, shot deflected. Whitcomb, Smith, and he couldn't handle it. Becker fighting for it, flips it to Lane Smith, scores! Good job by Josh Becker to find that loose ball, and unselfish to flip it to Lane Smith, and he's got a pair.
Heads up play there for Becker. And then Lane Smith just kind of overpowers Hill with this one. Found a little room low, and back within one are the Arrows.
Shots even, 36 apiece. And this game just continues to keep everybody on the edge of their seats. Allegany still sitting on that 7-goal mark. Haven't gotten past it yet in this tournament.
Sturos having a word with Rory, I think, just trying to maybe talk some sense into him a little bit and calm him down, and Rory was having none of that.
Leclerc pass to Delpy, knocked down, loose ball picked up by Thornberry. And I'm not sure this penalty is going on. I think it's going to go to Delpy. Yeah. Thornberry, Fraser off the short side corner, loose ball. And Brooker Muir will pick it up. And let's see what the call is here.
Fraser's changed his stick here in the second as well, Teddy.
Looks like it is going to be a slashing call coming.
Caught him south of the border.
Zane Delpy. Coolbet wants to help you win some free money. Embrace the unexpected with Coolbet, the official sportsbook of the 2024 President's Cup. Check out the upcoming games for the Prezi at coolbet.com and dive into the action today with the best odds in lacrosse. Remember, gambling can be addictive, so we always say at Coolbet,
stay responsible and bet coolly.
I don't think that's it. Stay cool, bet responsible. Kluche to Atwood. Low to high off the shoulder. Victoria Shamrocks down to our right, taking in this game. They will be on the turf next. Not much time to really go anywhere. Maybe grab a quick bite to eat after their last game. Some physio done. Work out the cramps. A lot of that going on this tournament. Atwood skips it to Smith. One-timer turned aside by Dustin Hill. Loose ball picked up and running with speed is Oakley Thomas down the pipe. Shot, scores! Oakley Thomas with a big goal. His first of the tournament out of the back end.
Coast to coast for OT here. As nobody really took the ball carrier. They took off his passing options, and Oakley says, all right. Right down the pipe and right past Martin. Shorthanded goal for Thomas, and it's back to a 2-goal lead.
Chase Martin got a piece of it, but just not enough. And another shorthanded goal. Everyone loves a good shorty. Thornberry wins it all the way back to his goalkeeper. Minute 25 remaining on the minor to Zane Delpy. 3 minutes remaining here in the second. Shot clock died out there for a second. Too many men here.
I got caught.
And Billy D and the coaching staff of the Arrows unhappy with that one, as you just can't do that when you're on the power play.
Yeah, it's unforced there and could prove costly. Just got a fun fact in here, Teddy, via the X feed from our guy Steve McGregor. 4th time that Ladner has hosted the President's Cup. 39 years ago, back in 1985, Teddy, they hosted their first one. Muskie's coach, Josh Sanderson's father, Terry, T, of course, and Uncle Lindsay and Shane were members of the Orangeville Senior Northmen that year.
That's awesome. Outside shot from Bo Hunter, turned aside by Chase Martin.
Appreciate that, Steve. Keep it
you,
coming.
Mr. Nugget. Rudy George, as we play 4-on-4 for another 55 seconds. Fraser to Kluche. Watched there by Rory Smith. Kluche works his way into the middle, takes a couple chops, flips it to Kettle. Twister, turned aside by Dustin Hill. Loose ball, picked up nicely by Ross Hill. Long bomb pass, doesn't connect with Brooker Muir.
You know, I don't think they'll ever have a Senior A team in Orangeville, but I've often wondered why not bring back a Senior B team for the Northmen. Think about all the guys that could play on that squad.
Yep. Quick shot inside there by Fraser, and then tried to dive in for his own rebound.
But part of me thinks they just love the lure of just Junior A, and that's it. I mean, Junior B team good as well, but bring back the Senior B Northman Orangeville. What's going on there?
Hair wires.
For T.
As Delpy set to come out of the box. 5-on-4 power play here for the Rivermen. And Delpy will stay in play. 10 on the shot clock. Skip feet. LeClaire tried to force it inside to Greg Elijah Brown. Hair wire shot. And Chase Martin makes the save.
Winding down here in period 2.
Here's Josh Becker. Fires across Chris Atwood. And now Janice in the far corner. Tristan Janice, the aqua blue man. Kluche flips it to Janice and just out of his reach, and ball will bounce nicely for the Rivermen here, and they're just going to keep it loose till the shot clock goes as we've gone under a minute to play.
I don't think we've seen Bomberry return to the floor since hopping off, have we?
No, I can't say I have seen the big fella. Outside shot from Hairwires trying to get the 2-for-1. Ross Hill battling in the corner. He'll just let it go free, and Allegany picks it up. Cross comes Jensen.
I actually think I see Bomberry sitting in the crowd now, yeah.
Yep, that is him. Fraser. Atwood, back to Fraser, didn't connect. Loose ball, grabbed there by Brooker Muir. And the Rivermen will call a timeout. 17.5 to go and hold for last possession. Shots 40-39 in favor of the Arrows, but they trail by 2.
Well, I think I'm looking to set one up here for Bo Hunter at the buzzer.
I would like to set it up for Bo Hunter with a backside look for Greg Elijah Brown.
Give me the Bozer beater.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
That was pretty good. So Billy D will instruct his D on what he'd like to see from them in front of Chase Martin. That's Corey Bomberry.
Who wins next game, Teddy? Victoria, Standing Buffalo, both playing their second game of the day, both winless so far here at the President's Cup. Who you got next game?
Well, you know who I'm going to say. But before I say that, Standing Buffalo did rest Curtis Dixon, Jeff Shadler, and Sean Evans in their first game.
Now, did Frankie get hurt in that game?
No, Teddy Uzichipa came in for Frank, faced 2 shots, and unfortunately, one of them caught him on the collarbone, and he has a broken collarbone. He went to the hospital across the road. They couldn't get his gear off.
Jeez.
So now they don't have a third goaltender, so I think you have to have someone in gear. So they're going to maybe have to find a rookie or someone to put the pads on to be a backup for Frank. So kind of unfortunate means Frank might just have to go the distance here in this tournament.
Just throw Cooling in there.
I don't think he's on their roster.
It's President's Cup.
The hair wires. And I'm not sure this is the look the Rivermen wanted. There's a late dive from LeClaire at the buzzer.
Wow.
That was a close one, but they'll say no goal. And we will end it with a 2-goal game heading to the third. The Rivermen were down 6-4. They lead at 9-7. Game 3, day 2 of the 2024 President's Cup on BC Sports TV.
Embrace the unexpected. Cool Bet.
Ray,
what a look.
Davidson, inside roll, Dixon, scores.
Playing the shift to O-Bang and crashing.
There's Ray, scores.
As dirty as they come, Jordan Durfee gets his first of the President's Cup. Picks it up. Goldface scores on the run. Wade'll set a pick. Johnson shoots and he scores. Short side. Bushi. Shot scores. It's a 1-goal game. Gets it back. He'll shoot and he scores. Big save. Cliche. Scores. And we're tied.
We've had great fans. It's really motivating for our guys.
We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run without the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
What does it mean to be Canadian? It's toughness. It's grit. You know who bears the red and white. You know the history. You know the storylines, and you know its weight. I've been there. I know what it takes. It's preparation for domination. It's the brotherhood so you could. It's long nights and longer days. That separates the good from the greats. This is Canada.
That's fresh.
Davidson. Inside roll. Dixon scores.
Playing the shift to O, bang, crash.
There's Ray. Scores.
As dirty as they come, Jordan Durfee gets his first of the President's Cup. Picked it up. Goldface scores on the run. Wade will set a pick. Johnson shoots and he scores. Short side. Bushi. Shot scores. It's a 1-goal game. Gets it back. He'll shoot and he scores. Big save. Cliche. Scores. And we're tied. Extreme Threads is the official uniform supplier for the WLA and teams around the world. They're your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel, embroidery, screen printing, sublimated uniforms, and more. For more information, extremethreads.ca. 9-7, heading into the third. It's a 2-goal game between the Rivermen and the Arrows, and we've already said how good of a game this is, but it's going to be a great third period, Jake Elliott.
No doubt about it. Can't wait to see how this final 20 minutes plays out between two undefeated teams.
He's at PXP for Sports. I'm at Teddy Jenner.
We did get some information during the intermission, Teddy. It is, in fact, Rod Squire, but it is, in fact, Rod Squire Jr.
We also got some information that Greg Elijah Brown has one more year at Syracuse University. The kid is a talent, and I would expect to see his name on an NLL draft sheet very shortly.
As would I.
Thornberry Kaminga will take the draw. Chase Martin to our right. Dustin Hill stretching out the back of the neck to our left.
Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse.
Loose ball picked up like Caden Brennan. To Dalpy, Zane Dalpy.
I almost said stay cool, bet responsibly there.
I threw it to you and you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Quick little freeze. Oh, and this will be back over by Amos Whitcomb. I think it hit the stopper in his stick. Popped out. Guys even use stoppers anymore?
I think so. They should if they don't.
I'm looking at Tino's stick. He doesn't have one.
They're there to help. That is way too much stick for you, Farah.
Here's Bo Hunter. Skips it across to LeClaire. One more. Danton Miller. Check that. Hair wires. Takes a couple chops and one across the back of the neck. Dustin Hill to the bench. 6-on-5 here for the Rivermen. Shot saved by Martin. And the Rivermen will head to their power play. And if you want us to say your name, like I just said, Extreme Sports or Extreme Threads, we're seeking advertising partners to keep our lacrosse free for everyone like you. We have a number of advertising packages available. Together, we can create a tailor-made package just for you. Info at bcsports.tv. Contact us today.
Stay cool, bet responsibly.
LeClaire, hair wires. Bo Hunter on the crease. Ross Hill back to hair wires. Elijah Brown clears through. Hair wires again, a little motion wheel. Now a seal pick for LeClaire. One-timer, and Elijah Brown has another.
Yeah, Elijah Brown on the finish, but this play is made by LeClaire, who just put the backhand flipper right on the money for Brown. And then the reach past Martin. And power play goal for Six Nations, now up by 3.
What can Brown do for you? He can put you up 3.
Nice.
So back to the dot we'll go with Thornberry and Kaminga.
Special delivery.
Speedy delivery even. Off the stick of LeClaire. And Kaminga and Thornberry battling, and they're going to say procedure on Kaminga. And Tyson Bomberry still sitting in the back corner, not in gear, so doubtful to return to this game at least. Here's Fraser driving, diving, what a goal!
Clip it!
Chase Fraser, a filthy finish. He rarely scores boring goals, and this is of the 4.5-star variety.
I'll tell you, Chase Fraser likes short-handed goals, or short side goals, I should say. He likes short-handed goals too, but loves that short side of the net. And the new stick working for the Fraz.
He's used 3 sticks tonight. His draw stick, the banana head, and then the Black Panther.
Feeling comfortable here in Ladner for the Delta boy. Well, Ladner and Langley played his junior here in Delta.
Ooh, bobbled it, flipped it back. Nicely done there by Kaminga. Flip it to Zane Delpy. 52 is Brooker Muir. Will stay and play a shift to O here. Delpy clears out for hair wires. Mears sets a screen. Hairwires turns the corner, gets to the middle, and a nice save there by Chase Martin up the inside of the left knee.
Well, it's more like it there from Hairwires. Good luck, good take. Better stop.
Thornberry runs past a couple checks, moves it ahead to Atwood. He tried to go hip side. Now up ahead running. Caden Brendan couldn't handle the hot pass. And he'll pick it up, and that's Atwood down on the ground behind the play.
Oh, man. They just blew the play down on a breakaway chance for Six Nations. And I know you got to worry about the injured player here, but you also got to let that play out before you blow that whistle.
And Leo Sturos comes to check on Chris Atwood, as does the trainer.
Either you got to blow the whistle a lot earlier than that, or you let the play continue until the chance happens.
I don't think we saw what happened there on camera as play was going up the floor, but Chris Atwood seems to be in some discomfort down there. And that's not a good sign for the Allegany Arrows, as he's been a real bright spot for their offense.
It didn't look like all that serious of a check, but then I think Oakley Thomas just kind of leaned on him while he was up against the boards, and not exactly sure what happened, but he just kind of crumbled after that. As we're starting to drop here at the President's Cup Day, we were kind of lamenting in between the periods on how many guys have gone out of this tournament so far. And we'll see if Atwood's able to continue, but you're looking at Gill, Accioni, I think, Bomberry now out. We saw the goaltender for Standing Buffalo. Uzichipi, you love to say it. And now Atwood on the limp. But I think Atwood's, he's been through the rigors. He'll be able to get back in this game, but he's going to head down the tunnel for now and kind of clutching that arm against his midsection. That's not a good look.
Maybe let out a guttural yelp just to relieve the pain and tension.
But that's what we said on day one, right?
Yeah.
You come here to the President's Cup, you are going to need your entire roster to get through it. And there's going to be injuries along the way.
Back to play we go. 17:40 remaining here in this one. It's a 2-goal game. Ross Hill, Bo Hunter, Danton Miller. Tries to get underneath Williams. Bo Hunter, shot, save Chase Martin, loose ball. Miller couldn't handle it. Jimerson in there battling. More bodies come in for the rugby scrum. And just a mass of humanity.
Ruck over, ruck over.
Ball still loose. No 8-second count, no 30 running. This is
a game of mini tyke right now.
And somehow, somebody has it. Thank you. And running is Darius Anderson. He gives it to Kluche. Quick shot.
Sturos absolutely spent after that battle.
And I think the Arrows D would have rather Kluche hold on to that one. There's some tired bodies there in blue and yellow, and they'll get a free possession on an interference call. Rory Smith welcomes Josh Becker with a couple solid cross checks. He's using a different Woody here right now.
Yeah.
And Brooker Muir is going to get a penalty as his glove stuck in the helmet of Amos Whitcomb.
High glove?
I'm not sure why they blew the whistle there. Just probably a safety issue with his glove being stuck in the helmet.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Mark Smith, Lane Hartung, Nick Dos Santos are your officials. Victoria, Standing Buffalo on deck. Ladner, Edmonton in the nightcap. Janice, Fraser setting the seal. Gives him the old head nod to give it to Kluche. He does. Backhand flip. Lane Smith off the near shoulder of Hill and out of play. Reset the 30. Lane Smith. Janice, shot goes wide. That one will also go into the netting and out of play. So that one only 6 seconds after the reset. Probably not the shot the Arrows were looking for. Goddard to Delpy. Into the corner. Hairwire's got a lane on Keene. And a great trail check, but he's going to get called for the hold. The stick was in the right position, but it was the right hand that grabbed the hold of Hairwires. And That only took 30 seconds on a power play, and we're back to 4-on-4 now.
Just like that. It's a big call there against Allegany. Yeah, a little extra turf out there in the Leisure Center now.
We'll play 4-on-4 for 90. Inside feed to Greg Elijah Brown. Doesn't connect. Knocked down by the stick of Sherman Williams. Gets roughed up there by Goddard. Got to watch the crease. He does. Now got to find a man up the floor. It's Frank Brown. Oh, and Hairwires couldn't find it, but deflected off his stick right to his goaltender. Fortuitous bounce for the Rivermen. Zane Delpy. On comes Ross Hill. Skip it to Sam LeClaire. LeClaire gets a pick. Tried to flip it back to Ross Hill, but Williams read it well. 8 on the shot clock. Rivermen got to get one on target here. They do, and a right glove save by Chase Martin.
You got it.
My mind wanted to say Chance. Calm down, brain.
Day 2.
Fraser has a pair. Kluche has a pair. Becker looking for his first of the night. 10 on the shot clock. Gets underneath. Here comes a slide from Smith. Shot wide. And just a good kind of faux slide there from Rory made Becker flip it and allowed the shot clock to expire.
He tried to block it.
I really hope Rory didn't break that old school Woody, or maybe they made him take all the tape off it.
I don't know. Maybe they did, actually.
Hill to Bowhunter. Shot, stick deflected off the end glass. Bouncing towards center. Bowhunter finds it. Got a man all alone. Danton Miller. Nice save there by Martin. Loose ball. Frank Brown.
Remember that stop right there for Martin.
Up ahead, Kettle. Got Janice running hard through the middle, taking a D-man with him. And Kettle will slow it down with Lane Smith. Now Janice here in the near side boards. Smith taking a couple heavy checks there from Marcus Elvin. Again, Smith was a part of this team earlier in the season before getting traded. Maybe some friendly extra chops from his former team. Hairwires. Driving, diving, and he'll get called for in the crease. And Hairwires still trying to use that speed to get underneath. Had a couple good opportunities, but still can't find the back of the net here tonight.
At least he's getting a little more aggressive with his takes.
Off the bench is Kettle to Kluche. Whitcomb was open for a second. Kluche's shot goes wide. And it'll hit the roof. It'll be Rivermen possession. Brennan up ahead. He'll slow it for the offense. Give it off to Danton Miller. LeClaire. Goddard. Inside, Miller. Elijah Brown, back to Miller. One more, good handle inside, off the left shoulder. And that was a good look for Goddard. And then he tried to bat it loose and went right to Frank Brown.
That's another good save there for Chase Martin, keeping this a 2-goal game, and the Arrows still within striking distance.
Under 13 to play here in the third. We have officially hit the over for all you cool bettors. Smith, Fraser, backhander. Oh, and a crafty save there by Dustin Hill. Didn't see it right till the end.
St. Fraser score many a goal just like that.
Up ahead, Brooker Murr. He'll give it to Zane Delpy. Hairwires comes out, as does Elijah Brown, and Sam LeClaire's the late man. Delpy spins off the Hairwires pick. LeClaire pushed out by Williamson. Hairwires, shot into the logo of Chase Martin. Loose ball picked up by Geddes.
12 to go.
Good handle there by Whitcomb. Whitcomb split dodge. Fraser rolls, shot, scores. Big goal for the Arrows and an excellent pick and roll.
Where'd he put it, Jenner?
Hold on, let me think. There's far side, there's 5-hole, short side.
You got it. And so does Fraser as he brings in that tight feed. Nothing fancy about that one, just a quick shot to the hip of Dustin Hill.
Yeah, it's just a brush pick from Fraser, and defense stepped up and did the exact right thing. Just cut right to the net. Thornberry and Kaminga, as they have done most of this game, at the dot. Loose ball, picked up by Caden Brennan. He's got speed right down the pipe, kicked aside by Chase Martin.
He looks dialed for this third period here, Teddy, looking like the 9-10 save percentage of game one. Chase Martin here in the third.
There's Whitcomb. Good to see Chris Atwood back out there, his first shift since taking a rough ride into the boards.
Called it.
Kluche, scoop shot, goes wide, late in the 30. Whitcomb one-timer and took a deflection. No, it went off Kettle's stick and out of play. Brooker Muir. Bobo Hunter. Get off to Miller and get it right back. Bo Hunter comes off the Danton Miller pick. Pass knocked down there by an Arrows defender. Quickly up ahead to Frank Brown on the run. Brown tucks it, dive shot, and never made it on target. Good job chasing back. Was a Rivermen defender.
Oh, that was close.
Almost too many and almost a throwaway. Oh, what? Goddard had it, and a little how you doing, flipped it over his defenseman's stick unintentionally as he lost it on the cradle and had a great look. Here's Fraser. Little dippity-do there and a flip to Atwood. Kettle. Shot right on target, save Dustin Hill.
The dippity-do, not to be confused with the Husker-do,
Yeah.
Teddy.
The dippy-do is a little pass fake. The Husker-do is whirling dervish of fun. Brooker Muir. Greg Elijah Brown behind the net, Ross Hill. For Greg Elijah Brown on the backdoor cut. Nice save there by Chase Martin as we are under 10.
Here we go. 50-46, your shots on goal. Rivermen by 1 as we enter the back half of the period.
Nathan Janice. On comes Atwood. Janice working with Whitcomb. Kettle gets a big pick from Smith, and Smith rolls, but pass was just too high for him. And Dustin Hill reaches out of his cage to find that loose ball. Up ahead, Brennan.
Just looking over to the corner here, Teddy, they've already gotten Bomberry a walker. Probably from the hospital across the street here, and certainly the game done, but maybe the week done for Bomberry by the looks of it.
There's Danton Miller into the corner, Bo Hunter. Backdoor look, LeClaire driving, diving, tried to jam it short side, and Martin held his pipe, and that'll take us to the water break here with 8:53 remaining. It is a 1-goal game, and as I said, we did hit the over, and that means all you friends on Coolbook who took it, cool bet, you can put some money in your cash book. Embrace the unexpected with Coolbook, the official sports book. Oh my God, I did it again. Restart, delete.
Day 2.
Take 3. Embrace the unexpected with Cool Bets, the official sports book of the 2024 President's Cup. Check them out in the upcoming games for the Prezi at coolbet.com and dive into the action today with the best odds in lacrosse. Remember, as much as our laughs can be addictive, so can gambling. At Coolbet, we always say it.
Stay cool, read carefully,
and bet responsibly. 3:47 on a Monday here in BC. Calgary Roughnecks signed Griffin Hall to a 3-year deal. Well, good Victoria boy.
You see him? How'd that work? Did they trade Griffin?
That's
Vegas?
a great question.
Ding. I don't. Have to go back through the analogs and look that out. Like, there's no way he can be an unrestricted free agent.
No, he was a rookie. Unless he was an unprotected practice player at the end, but he played most of the games. Not that shooter after this.
It's not part of the Getty deal. I don't know. I'll have to Gregoire,
Was
look
he-
that up.
Was he part of? No.
I don't know what that
Was
seems.
he a part? No, because Simpson went to Albany.
Oh, maybe no. Simpson's in
went-
Vegas.
that-
Maybe that
that's-
was. There you
that's-
go. We figured it. You figured
We
it.
got there. We got there. Back to what we're supposed to be doing, calling this lacrosse game. Here's Kluche to Becker. Backing his man in. Off the seal pick to Kluche. Called in the crease. And a good battle, and Kluche not happy. Wanted a call on a hold. And he's still giving it to the official running up the floor. Booker Muir gets it to Ross Hill across center. Greg Elijah Brown. Hair wires. Into the corner. Bo Hunter. Skips it. One more. Hair wires. Oh, what a save by Chase Martin.
I mean, he read that before the play was even made, Teddy. He was coming across to guard that short side post. He saw that pass happen before it actually did.
Good goalies in the zone can see the game a little slower. Hidden ball trick. Smith has it to the far side to Kettle. Pick there from Lane Smith. Flips it inside. A slide comes. And that was a heavy slide from Marcus Elvin. And again, that was on his former teammate. And they had words as they both go for a change.
Tick, tick, tick.
Danton Miller. Goddard. Bo Hunter, the late man. Zane Delpy. Miller, 5 on the shot clock. Flip it inside, didn't connect. And I don't think even if they made the pass, it would have been in time. Darius Anderson running, takes a couple of chops. Gives it to a running man. There's going to be a cross-check call coming.
Yeah.
Against Oakley Thomas. And nobody likes the call in white.
I mean, they're up in arms on this one, Teddy. Whether it was a cross check or not, I think he got more back than shoulder there. But a crucial penalty take here from Oakley Thomas and the Rivermen with 7:07 to go, a chance to tie for the Arrows, looking to go 3-0.
And the official just going to come over and talk with Corey Bomberry. Corey Bomberry, Tim Bomberry, Wayne Hill, the coaches for Six Nations, Billy D, Carl Kettle, Chris Miller, Roger Weiss for Allegany.
I want Billy D's hat. Well, not his
I do
hat, but
too.
I like that hat
That
he's
is a
wearing.
really good hat. Fraser will set it up to Kluche, Atwood. They're the three high guys. Smith to Fraser, and the one-timer just put it wide. Atwood, Smith, double clutch, put it wide. Atwood finds that loose ball. Got to put something on target here. And he's just getting, again, bodied on the sideboards. And then that hit Rory on the backside as he was clamping down on Fraser.
By the way, Chase Fraser, #1 overall in the top 50 NLL plays of the year, and probably made an appearance more than any other player on that list. Multiple highlights from Fraser.
There's hair wires. Hair wires. Being hounded by the Arrows defense of Sherman Williams.
That's a penalty.
And then Hairwire somehow doesn't get called for the penalty.
Oh.
My! Did he miss or did he make the save?
He missed it. He should have got a penalty, and then he missed on this dance here on Martin.
Oh, he put it wide on the short side. Would have been the third shorty for the Rivermen here tonight. That ends up in the stick of Chase Fraser. Now Chris Atwood, and the Arrows trying to tie it. Fraser, tough one. And he's starting to show a bit of a limp. Quickly up ahead, Booker Muir on the run. Muir fakes in a little reverse twister. And Martin with another save. And now a penalty coming to Atwood.
Now you knew the next one was going to the Arrows.
Greg Elijah Brown, probably could have been another one. Bo Hunter, backhander. Owen Martin had to be careful with that one. And we'll play 4-on-4 for 24. 1 goal game, 5.5 to play.
Oh, this game's going to come right down to it.
Allegany would do them a lot of favors if they could just, get a comfortable 3-4 goal lead. They love these 1-goal games.
Man. I mean, they'll be battle tested, that's for sure.
Leclerc will set it up. Delpy to Bowhunter as we go 4-on-4. Leclerc one-timer, and again Martin. Post to post and snagged it with the Woody.
He was locked in here in the third.
Looking much like he did yesterday in the opening game.
I mean, Dustin Hill's had a game himself.
And out of the box will come Oakley Thomas. So power play here for the Rivermen. As Rory gets knocked to the turf. And he was hoping for a call. Nice job there by Becker to find that loose ball.
Oh, man.
That was a clear jersey tug.
Well, I think they're going to let him play down the stretch of this final 5 minutes. Let him settle it on the floor.
Here's Fraser. As the Arrows look to kill some clock, but also try to tie this game up. Fraser around the top. Shot just missed a little askew. And he found his own rebound, but the buzzer went. Found that loose ball amongst the masses, but half a tick too late.
Yeah, game of inches, game of seconds. Says just a half tick too late there for that one.
Well, here comes the power play of the Rivermen. Leclerc to hair wires, now Bowhunter. Inside, and Craig Elijah Brown turned aside by Martin.
Not sure you're going to get a better look than that.
Ross Hill, Elijah Brown to Hill. Elijah Brown shot, and Martin down early to make that save. Now Leo Sturos running. Takes a chop, and another, and we'll flip it to Whitcomb.
Nice job from Sturos. That should kill it off.
3.5 to play. 1-goal game. Shots 56-48 in favor of the Rivermen. Whitcomb trying to track down that loose ball, but Kaminga will find it and give it off to Elvin.
Is 10 going to be enough here?
Miller gives it. Delpy fired one across the floor and turned aside by Martin again.
How did he catch that?
Oh, what a handle from Goddard. And he got a hit across center, and they got it in Jensen's stick. Slow numbers here for the Arrows. Jensen will go back towards the bench to Lane Smith. Now Atwood matched up with Rory Smith. And the pass picked off nicely there by Jacob Kranz. He's going to go for a run. Kranz weaving through the Arrows defense. And he'll give it off to Greg Elijah Brown and head off. Leclerc looked like he stepped in the crease. Now they'll call him for in the crease with 2.5 to play.
Keep an eye on Martin here. I don't know how much longer you wait.
Maybe a possession or two.
Might be all you have left.
Gotta take that gamble. Here's Becker. Pushed off there by Oakley Thomas. Kluche shot, scores! What a bouncer to the top corner. Kluche with his hat trick.
Clip it for Kluche as one of the hardest shots to execute in the game. The short side bouncer to the top corner, and this thing enters the goal right up under the crossbar and right inside the post. You can't do it any better. 10-10. 10 is not enough.
And if this is your first time tuning in, no overtime in the President's Cup round robin.
I mean, I hate ties as much as the next guy, but does this game not feel like it kind of deserves one?
Kinda. But that will throw a wrench in both these teams' plans of trying to get in to the playoffs.
Well, first overall seed, too. Undefeated here.
Yep. Oh, pass picked off.
Look
Running.
out.
Fraser on a breakaway, all alone. Scores!
Wow.
And the Arrows bench is buzzing as Fraser gets his fourth. And with 1:53, it's the difference maker. is that one in and out just as quick as Fraser got up the floor.
This kid's a stud, Teddy.
Oh, yeah.
Just has the flair for the dramatic. Scores the most clutch goals in the game right now, I would say. When you need one, you look to Chase Fraser.
And when he's playing your team, he's the classic anti-hero. To quote one Taylor Swift.
Fan favorite.
Oh, ball picked off here. Caden Brennan, shot, save Martin.
I mean, this went from 10-9 to 11-10 Allegany.
Oh, and a penalty coming here. As Goddard tried to get the ball and just grabbed a hold of Kettle.
This is a costly one right here. Very costly.
And the Rivermen might let this one slip away. It was firmly in their grasp.
I mean, 200 feet away from your own net.
Rory lost his footing. Shot off the glove of Hill and picked up there by the Rivermen. And Goddard will have to make the slow walk to the penalty box.
Whitcomb making a slow walk back to the Arrows bench as well, but they're 67 seconds away from going 3-0 here at the Prezi, and they got a man up and a goal up coming down the wire right now.
Well, if you're this offense, if you're Roger Weiss, what are you telling your guys to do here? Are you sitting for 25 and hoping for a rebound shot?
Yes, and high man with the ball, be responsible here and get to the bench off the turnover. No transition going the other way.
Well, I think as soon as the Rivermen are getting this ball, they're calling timeout. Kluche takes a chop. Atwood shot. I mean, turned aside by Hill. Loose ball picked up by the Rivermen. They got a man up the floor. Kevin Owen Hill on the break. Throws on the brakes. Loses his footing. Oh, shoulder save. Rebound. LeClaire. He put it wide. Penalty coming.
Well, to not go away now.
Now they will definitely.
I mean, everything I just said, Allegany did the opposite. Atwood shoots with 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. There's a breakaway chance the other way. You take a penalty. They have nobody to blame but themselves if this game gets tied.
38.9 remaining. It'll be 4-on-4 here. Not sure why you wouldn't want to pull your goalie and go 5-on-4.
Oh, you do, and they should probably call timeout before they do it.
And, Chase Martin might have just let everybody know what he had for breakfast. Yep.
Uh-oh. We have officially replay that, Tino.
Please don't.
No, I'm just kidding.
Please don't. I don't know how long they're going to give him here.
He's just
how long before Goa Abrams has to come in?
He's just got to go lose his breakfast before he comes in here for the final 38 seconds. We've kind of seen it all here at the President's Cup now, have we not?
That's definitely was not on my bingo card.
Careful, Georgie. Yeah. All right. I don't know if the turf's going to soak that up.
That's Goa. So Goa is in.
Wow.
Talk about coming in cold.
This is different. I don't know if I've ever seen a glove get stuck in a mask. I've definitely never seen a goaltender have to leave the game with 38 seconds to go to puke.
Well, now,
and then the backup goaltender come in.
Well, now the Rivermen have called a timeout, and this might give Chase Martin some time to get himself ready.
Yeah, I would have changed my mind on that timeout call 100%, because you're exactly right, Teddy. They're going to have another minute here for potentially Martin to come back into this game, as Goa's been sitting there for the last hour and 50 minutes swinging a gate.
Goa might want to get a couple stretches in. A lunge or two. So trailing by 1 with just under 40 to play here in regulation, the Rivermen call timeout, and they will send you have to pull your goaltender here.
You do. It'd be crazy not to.
And they will send 5 out. So
this is wild.
Ross Hill Danton Miller, Sam Leclerc, Greg Elijah Brown, and Zach Hairwires out there in white with a chance to tie this game with an extra man.
And I know we're down to it here, but you cannot wait to go to goal here.
Got to be proactive. Leclerc, Hairwires, gets inside. Oh, he had Abrams down, he scores! A heartbreaker for the Arrows, but there's still time. 28.4 left.
That's an even strength goal. Goa 0 for 1 in the save department.
After his spectacular performance last night.
And we're 11-11 here with 28 seconds. What a game!
And the Arrows still have their timeout, so if Thornberry can win this draw, quick timeout for last possession, they can pull Goa and go 5-on-4 with a chance to win. But if the Rivermen get it, they got to go quick. And Kaminga wins it. And it's picked up by Caden Brennan. He's got a man backside. It's Brooker Muir. Muir! Save Goa Abrams. Pick this up, call timeout, and they do.
Wow.
Brooker Muir had the game in his stick. And a huge save by Goa Abrams.
Holy cow. I love the President's Cup so much. This is incredible. Still no sign of Martin.
Well, he came back up for the last play there, and then when he saw them score, he went right back down the tunnel. 18 seconds left in regulation. Tie game. Pull the goalie, go 5-on-4 here.
I guess that's like the opposite of cramping, right? Like you got too much liquid in you.
So who are you setting this play up for this time?
Fraser.
Double seal, pass down to Lane Smith. Fraser cuts through, one-timer.
I'm thinking maybe a little dunkaroo from behind the goal.
No, you're definitely not doing that. I disagree with your coaching strategies.
We'll see.
Atwood will start with it. Fraser, Janice, Kluche, and Smith. Next game's in 55 minutes. And there's Chase Martin over there, poked his head up out of the tunnel. Atwood, they are trying to shut off Fraser. Kluche, backhand feed. Atwood, 7 on the clock. Kluche rolls off the pick to the middle of the floor. Shot, scores! Chris Clutch Kluche.
Clutche.
With .9, he's got his fourth. To go along with 4 from Fraser. And a heartbreaker here for the Rivermen after they tied it. And now all Thornberry has to do is just clamp this draw.
Unreal. Game of the tournament so far, to say the least.
I don't think we're really going to get anything that's going to beat this game.
Day 2.
Face-off to come. And what a lacrosse game, as Allegany will improve to 3-0 in this tournament with a dramatic 12-11 win as Kluche scores the game winner with .9 seconds left.
That just happened.
Unbelievable. MVPs, Jake?
Fraser.
Yeah.
And let me give this one a little bit of thought here, Teddy, while they shake hands. Bo Hunter.
Yeah. Bo Hunter had the hat trick for Six Nations to lead the way. Greg Elijah Brown had a great game with 2. I might slide my way into 66 for the MVP here for the Rivermen. And I don't know, Fraser had a great game. Kuche did score the game winner. Chase Martin had a spectacular game, but I think I agree with you. I think it's Fraser for Allegany, and I'm going to go with Greg Elijah Brown for the Rivermen. Chase Martin's still feeling it.
I just never seen anything like that. The referee's like, yeah, you don't need to shake my hand. I'm good, buddy.
Don't forget, Victoria Standing Buffalo. And what's going on here?
Rory.
Did he give Leo a little
Yeah, probably.
leg love?
It's exactly why you don't shake hands after a game mid-tournament. Just don't do it. Temperature is still running hot. Emotions are off the charts, and just then you ask guys to walk down the line, shake the other guy's hand like that.
Yeah, I agree. It's just not. I get it. Sportsmanship, all well. These guys know each other well enough. If they want to say good game to their buddies and stuff, they'll do it afterwards.
Yeah.
You don't need everybody to go down the line. So MVPs to come here, and then we will let everybody rest up as the Rivermen will fall to 1-1. Allegany 3-0.
Tell you what I'm doing after this game, Teddy. Pork Mafia.
Oh, is that one of the food trucks out there?
Oh, baby.
What are you going to get?
I don't know. Something with pork in it.
Fair enough.
And then I'm going to Canada's oldest disc golf course over in Tawasin.
It's pouring rain out.
I don't care. Windskill. Going for a round after this one.
What are you going to shoot? Let's set the over-under. We'll check back.
I'm hoping 9-6 would be nice.
Oh, there's Bobo Hunter. Well done, Jumbo. Great game from Bobo Hunter. And Halifax Thunderbirds, Mike encourages, make sure you're paying attention. This kid is starting to get himself into some pretty good shape. You might see some more floor time. T-Birds.
Oh, it is
There's
Klutch.
Klutch for the game winner. And he's already gone off the floor.
Well, maybe he's hanging out with Chase.
And Leo Sturros is like, I'll go. Here he comes. He's like, where do I go? He's not used to it.
No.
Kluche, he should be used to it. Guy scores more clutch goals than most. And that will do it as Kluche and Bo Hunter will get a picture together. But the Allegany Arrows score with 0.9 left off the stick of Chris Kluche to take this one 12-11 to hand the Rivermen their first loss. For George, for Tino, for our entire BC Sports TV broadcast, and my boy Jake Gillian, I'm Teddy Jenner. Next game at the top of the hour from the President's Cup in Delta.